friends, welcome back to Gracefully Gwen. My name is Gwendolyn Davis and I'm the wife and mother of 6 beautiful children. So I start my morning with prayer and Bible reading. That's what I'm doing this morning. So people often ask me how I keep my home clean with 6 kids. And the truth is, my house isn't always perfectly clean, but over time I've learned a few simple habits that help me keep our home peaceful, functional, and beautiful, even in the middle of real life. I am going to share these 5 habits that have helped me as a mother of 6 to keep my house running smooth. Now, they might not be in order of the video, but I just want to talk about them. I'm just showing you my morning and how we get things started. The kids eat breakfast, and the first one is to actually reset the kitchen. Now, right here, I am doing laundry. This is also a part of what I do on the daily laundry. It's never ending. But back to resetting the kitchen. So the number one thing that keeps my home feeling clean is resetting the kitchen every day, and you will see that towards the end of the video. Even when the rest of the house feels chaotic, a clean sink and clear counters make the entire home feel calmer. And I definitely try to keep this in mind when I am thinking about my home being clean. I like to keep the kitchen clean and the living room clean. I did not clean my living room in this video. I'm somewhat doing that by getting the laundry folded. And so once the laundry is folded, the living room looks fine. We do try to keep the living room clean. It is a high traffic area for us because we love being in here together to spend time, family time together. So I try to keep this area clean, but a lot of times I fold the kids' laundry downstairs because their rooms are upstairs. And so I'll fold laundry downstairs and take it upstairs. So that's what I'm doing right here. And it just helps all of us. So again, my living room and my kitchen are 2 of the most important areas that I like to keep clean. Will is helping me out with the, what's it called? Dishes. While his device is charging. I wonder if he did that on purpose. Another thing I like to do is clean as I go. So I'm actually meal prepping in this video. I didn't really show the meal prepping, but I'm just showing you how I clean as I go. I also wash dishes. Then I had to homeschool. So it's a very busy day for me, which leads me to my next point, which is as a mom, I rarely have huge blocks of time to clean. So most of my cleaning happens in small pockets throughout the day. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Those small resets add up quickly, especially when cleaning a house. And so this is how the final product looked of my meal prep. I had 3 different meals. The first meal you did not see because they ate it all. It was Monday's meal and they devoured it. It was like an Italian / Mexican inspired dish. It was really good, pasta, and I just seasoned the meat with different Mexican spices and different Italian spices. So it was really good. Added some heavy cream, spaghetti sauce, really good. So now I am resetting my kitchen. As you can see, I still have that bag in the right bottom corner. And that's just what I was using throughout the day as I was cleaning because, again, it was a lot of food I was prepping. So I had that bag handy. Having a trash bag close by definitely helps when you're cleaning a kitchen. So especially if you're cooking. So I've definitely learned that and I try to keep one handy. I usually have a small little Walmart bag, but being that I was doing a big meal prep, I wanted to have a big trash can or trash bag handy. So that's what I did. And another thing that I do is I declutter regularly. So that has made a big difference in our home is decluttering. The less we own, the easier it is to keep things clean and organized. So make sure you are decluttering, even if it's just like a little drawer or a little area of your kitchen, your counter. We thankfully don't have a lot of clutter in my kitchen because, like I said, I try to keep my kitchen clean. So I'll move clutter to other parts of the house and then I'll declutter that when I get a chance to. Like right now, I have a drawer in my dresser that really needs a lot of TLC. So I will be doing that very soon, along with bathroom drawers in my bathroom. They have just gotten out of control. So I will be decluttering those very soon as well. And so now I am just kind of cleaning up my kitchen. Again, the kitchen, a very important area. I also like to buy organizers for pots and pans and other kitchen appliances. I love to buy organizers. It definitely helps. if I were just starting with the kitchen, I would start, if I had a pantry, I would start there and then organize or buy organizers for the items as I go along. It just helps to have the areas that are high traffic for the kids organized, and that is definitely my pantry. Which leads me to my next point of involving the kids. So our home stays functional because everybody helps. Even my younger kids can put toys away or help reset a room. It teaches them responsibility and helps our home run more peacefully. So I definitely aim to make sure the kids are involved. As you can see, my son, he was helping me wash dishes earlier. And right now my kids are at an age where they love to help. Sometimes they have to get started. So I'll say, all right, y'all, come on and clean. And they might be like, oh. But once they get started, they'll come to me and suggest different things that they can do to help a room and a space feel more clean. So it definitely helps us all. I think we all realize when our home is clean, it helps us all function better. And I think my kids realize that without realizing it. So they definitely like to help with the cleaning. So y'all, I have been trying to mop my floors forever. So I'm very grateful that I was able to do this because it just had been a while. And I think that will lead me to my next point, which is to focus on peace and not perfection. It's about creating a peaceful space where your family can live, grow, and feel loved. And I think it's important that we try not to focus too much on having the perfect home, because then it takes away the focus from what your home is really for, which is raising your children, loving your husband, loving your children, and just everybody having a nice space to be in. So I've learned that when I do these things and focus on cleaning in increments and also getting rest, I had to actually stop last night and make myself get in the bed and say, Gwen, just fold the clothes in the morning. Fold them in the morning. And so that's what I'm doing. I think another important aspect is to really just hone in on your family, focus on what you can do for your family, the different activities you can do for your family. My family, we love to have movie nights. We love to go places. We love to do things together. And I want us to experience that even though my family is a large family. I look at some other families and I'm like, oh, we're not that large, but we are considered a large family. But I still want my kids to experience a full, fun, loving life. And I think that comes from having a clean home and creating memories with the kids. So as you can see, this is how my kitchen looks now. This is this morning, and we are working on this. Hello, friends. So as you can see, I'm currently in my daughter's room, and it looks hectic in here. So this is a part of my life. There's a scripture that says, to whom much is given, much is required. And I am experiencing the much is required. Now my kids are in school and I can absolutely wait for them to be finished with school to help me with this, but I'd rather just go ahead and get it done. It's also easier for me to get rid of things. Sometimes they like to hold on to things that they don't really need or want, or I should say they don't really need, because sometimes they want to hold on to it, but they don't wear it or they're not playing with it. And so I just kind of get rid of it and they don't even notice most of the time. But anyway, I have some business I'm going to take care of, and I'm going to start the process. I have to be on the phone, and I use my phone to record. So I'm going to be on the phone, so you might not see as much of the process. I'm going to pull out spring clothes. The big blue tote that you saw has their spring clothes. It actually has some fall. I think we were just trying to clean the floor and stuff just got thrown in there. But so that way I can see what they have. I did actually do a big order for clothes for them. So that should be coming, but I'll probably still have to get more. Like, it's a big order, but like I think the girls might have got 4 shirts a piece, maybe. So I'm pretty sure I have to get more. My son actually had a good haul this time. He got about 6 or 7 shirts, which is actually really good for him. Because as you know, we homeschool, so they don't need a lot, but I still want them to look nice. So I like to buy a lot of things that have nothing on them. That's what I normally do, but my son already has a good bit of plain shirts. So I bought him a few shirts that have words on them. And yeah, but let's get back to how I keep my home clean. And this is part of that, the decluttering and organizing part. And I think one of the things that we need to keep in mind when trying to keep a clean space is that it's not always going to be clean. It's something that we have to work toward. As you can see, there are moments like this where my kids just came upstairs. My husband puts my kids to sleep for the most part every night. Sometimes I come up here, sometimes I don't. We pray downstairs and they come upstairs and go to bed, and I'll stay downstairs and clean up and do whatever I need to do. So I have been more intentional recently about coming upstairs, but especially when I was pregnant, I rarely came upstairs at night. And then after I had the baby, I kind of would stay downstairs with the baby. But now I'm more intentional about coming upstairs almost every night because they obviously ask me. Like, they used to actually clap and I would feel bad. They would clap when I came upstairs. I realized that I was not coming upstairs a lot. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start. I have laundry that's already folded, so I'm gonna put that up. I have laundry that is not folded, so I'm gonna fold that, put that up, and then I'm going to declutter this drawer. Now, some laundry that is folded is winter fall clothes, so I'm just gonna put them on this bed with me. And then after I empty out the spring tote basket, I'm going to put those clothes in there. So maybe you'll see some of that. It just depends on how fast I work and how long this phone call is. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I wrote down a few things. I actually have two planners now. So this is my life planner, but I really needed a content planner. So I bought this small one for my content just to help me out a little bit because my son wrote on it. I can add to this, but I found that it's a little challenging. So it's easier for me to have a separate one for content. And so this is a good rule of thumb. When I was working, I had my planner for work and then I also had my planner for life, and it was actually opposite. So the work calendar was bigger and then my home life was the smaller one. But whatever works for you. I like this planner because it has individual time slots from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And I think this is a good thing to do because normally 5 to 7, I'm doing my devotional, laundry, getting the house started. So it's pretty much the same mundane thing from 5 to 7 for me. So I could start writing. Now, sometimes I will put up here when I'm doing from 5 to 7, but for the most part, I don't really start until 7. So a planner is good to have. I know not everybody uses planners, but if it works for you, it works for you. And it definitely works for me to have something written down because even if, like yesterday, I planned out what I was going to do and I was not able to follow all the way through, but because everything was written down, even if so I did cook breakfast at 9 o'clock, but breakfast went over because of the homeschool part. And because I actually wrote homeschool help, and then the homeschool help went over. So when I went back around 11 o'clock, I had fold laundry at 10 o'clock. So I knew that I had to fold laundry. And I actually did not mop the floors until later on that night, but it was written down. So when it was like, okay, what else do I need to do? It was written down. So I used to mark things out. Sometimes I still do. Actually, well, I marked that out for another reason, but yeah. And then I wrote down my meal prep. So that's what I did yesterday. And then today I might cook something. I'm not really sure yet. I kind of want a crunch wrap with chicken. So I have chicken breasts. I might just boil them and then season them and put them in a crunch wrap, but we'll see. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get back because this video is supposed to be uploaded at 11 o'clock and it is currently 9:34. Actually between 11 and 12. I think I'm going to start aiming towards 12 just to make it more doable for me. But as we know, sometimes the upload time takes a little bit longer. So yeah. But anyway, let's get back into the video and I will talk to you all later. Evelyn is doing her work and I'm just going to dump these clothes out and just go ahead and start folding and separating and putting up and all of that. So I will show you all how this ends, but this is one tote of fall clothes. However, I have more fall clothes that need to go in here. They're still wearing some of their fall winter clothes. Like these dresses are not super thick, but they're long sleeve. Oh, I didn't see those pennies down there. They're long sleeve. Oh, so they have these, and I'm just gonna wipe these down. I'll probably show you all in the next video. I've put these spring clothes in here. These go on top of their shelf in the closet, and it's 2 baskets right now of spring things that we have that they can still fit. I did have a pile of clothes to get rid of. This is actually the yellow is my dress, but these are clothes that Kara can't fit anymore. So mostly what happens is we just pass down. There's not a huge selection of clothes to be passed down because they get them dirty or get stains on them, because we wear a lot of light colors. I just can't help it. I love light colors. So, and my girls do too. They love pinks and purples and lavender, and this is just too small now for Kara. So a lot of things I'm just getting rid of from Kara. But anyway, I hope you all have enjoyed this video. As you can see, I started hanging up clothes, and I'm also going to work on this top shelf right here because it's not what it's supposed to be. But I really need to finish video. I just wanted to show you all where I'm at in the process, and then I'm going to go ahead and try to record a little bit more of this because I feel like I declutter all the time. So it'll probably be in a lot of my videos. But yeah, gonna go ahead and finish this up, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.